Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back and thank you for joining me. Today, we are going to welcome back our president. You remember that on Monday, our president took a trip to Europe and particularly in Turkey. And when they left Nigeria, it was warm. Getting to Europe, it was very cold. And that trip does not come without any controversy. And we all saw the video that was circulating on the internet about the big presidential fall that Tinubu had on the international stage that sent a shock to all Nigerians, and that we were all embarrassed of that moment of which our president fell on that stage. And people are attributing his fall to the big giant jacket that was put on him on that stage, and they are blaming the fashion designer who went with him on that trip. They say that he will have done a better job by way of measuring our president, knowing fully well that he's not a very big giant guy, and getting there and put him in that big giant coat that even was longer than his arm, and that alone was again a big embarrassment for our nation, Nigeria. And again, Nigeria also examining the way the whole trip went, that Nigerians are used to red carpet, but when you get to Europe and Turkey government put on the blue carpet, which we are not used to. So people are confused whether it was the blue carpet that make our president fall, or the giant coat that was bought and he was wearing on that stage. At some point you will see in that video when the president of Turkey was trying to turn, I help our president turn to greet that guard, but it was kind of a very rough moment where you can see that it was like they were searching our president, that the Turkish president was searching him. And this doesn't look good on all of us, because when we send a president out to represent, or we want to be proud of him, but it was not a very proud moment for Tinubu and for us as a country. And also, investors are looking at the way we present our leaders to the world, because our leader, of course, represent all of us, both the economy and the government and all that. And so the investors are looking for somebody who is a president that is strong and that can represent their people outside, because the president represents power, and power, of course, is the economy. Investing in a country where the president is weak, cannot be represented in the on this international stage, is again a setback and an embarrassment. And so the blame has to go around to the fashion designer and the Turkish government, who provided blue carpet when we are used to red carpet. And that is what people are saying, because why they are saying this, I don't blame them, because they want to see our president succeed. They want to be proud of our president on the international stage. But when you send a president outside and it's falling like that, it is embarrassing. We are only used to seeing that when in Cameroon, when Biya would be peeing on himself on the stage, which at that moment was a very bad moment for Cameroonians. But today, Nigeria has taken that role, that we can see our president falling on the international stage. This is not very good. And of course, Nigeria are also talking that this is not the first time he's falling, and they are talking about 2027, that Tinubu should consider stepping down if he knows that he's not very strong, to represent us like that, because nobody wants to see their president falling on the stage. And so they are looking at, okay, those advisors and this team of doctors to come up with a plan before from now to 2027, because we don't want any moment like that where a president will be going outside and embarrassing us. So that is what people are talking about, because we have a country that has over 200 million people, capable men that can lead the country without any of this sin that we see coming from Europe. So again, this is my take, and I want to hear from you and from the comment section, because we are all Nigerians, and Tinubu represent us. And if this moment was a very bad moment for all of us, moving forward, how are we sure that it's going to be the last? Because again, Nigerians are saying that this is not the first time Tinubu is falling on the stage. And so we are going to do everything possible to make sure that our president, who represents all outside, inside, is strong and will not be falling like somebody that just nobody. So let us see that we find solution to ensuring that our president is strong enough to represent our outside and inside, so that we avoid all this embarrassment that he goes about falling on the stage, just like Paul Biya in Cameroon does, when he pee on himself on the stage. These are things that we see in Africa, and we try to avoid that. So let me hear from you, and again, thank you for joining me today. Have a beautiful Sunday. Bye.